Welcome to the season finale of Media Talk with Miller and Smith. I'm your host, Ian Miller,
I'm Andrew Smith.
and here we are. We're actually recording this on New Year's Eve, and it's the first time we've actually done this. I think it's going to be a new tradition, but
Yeah.
we figured in this episode for the season finale, we would actually pretty much summarize the highs and lows of the past year. Sports
Yeah.
wise, entertainment wise, whatever.
Yeah. Can you believe we've done 11 episodes so far. Um, it's crazy. But I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who has stuck with us from the beginning. When it's funny, when I pitched this idea to Ian a few years, what was it, months ago,
Yes.
um, we actually didn't think we'd have the time to do this, but I'm glad we actually got into it, and thank all of you for sticking with us, and just dealing with our everything that's been going on. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for
Uh,
sticking with us and viewing in every single time.
yeah, it was fantastic. Just seeing the viewership going up on episodes, it's always exciting. But it really shows that you guys generally care what we have to say, and also it also forces us to become a little bit better at this. And so far, we're getting better as we're
Hmm.
going on. So I'm very pleased with that.
Yeah. I told you a few weeks ago that will next year we're gonna look to expand, put it on more stuff, not just our YouTube channel, but expand it to other places.
Yeah,
So as next year goes on, we'll keep you updated on that. Maybe it'll be our next episode, whether we'll put it on Spotify or anything like that. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. But we should know hopefully soon. So
yeah,
thank you, thank you all of you.
yeah. Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, it means a lot to us.
All
Okay,
right.
let's review 2022.
Okay. Yeah. You have the floor.
All right, there have been a lot of highs and a lot of lows of 2022, entertainment wise in particular. Why don't we focus on the highs at this moment? All right, as many of you know, Warner Brothers Discovery had actually started releasing a few hits, at the start of the year. And of course, I'm referencing Matt Reeves' The Batman, which became a monster hit and very well told, and very well acted, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Um, that to me was he did a really great job. And that was one of the better Batman movies I've seen in a while. So with his direction, it was a little darker, and it showed actually him not just starting out, but in his second year, I believe, as Batman. So kind of got a good perspective on where he was at that time, just starting out a little bit.
Yeah, he wasn't the Dark Knight that we all know, and
Hmm.
you got to see his detective skills, which you rarely see in these movies.
Hmm.
You know, you saw a little bit, and maybe a couple of the Michael Keaton ones. Definitely in Batman Forever, you saw that a bit. Even the Ben Affleck Batman versus Superman, you saw that in there. And
Hmm.
yes, again, even in the Dark Knight trilogy, you saw that just a little bit, but they didn't go further than that because I think they were more focused on the story. But what Matt Reeves has done is made sure that the story and the detective skills met, at the same time. So that worked out beautifully.
Hmm. No, I agree.
Yeah. So that was one of the better hits of 2022 movie wise. Another one I want to say is, which was a huge surprise from Marvel Studios, and that was Doctor Strange
Hmm.
2.
Yeah, that one I thought was a little freaky, but the way that Sam Raimi, directed the movie, but overall it turned out actually pretty well.
Yeah, I actually felt that Sam was the perfect choice to direct the sequel
Mm.
because, as many of you know, he's very well known, obviously, for his Evil Dead series and also the Spider-Man trilogy. So you get the best of both worlds, you know, in one movie.
Mhm.
And of course, you had the inevitable Bruce Campbell cameo.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. That
Yeah,
was that was fun.
it's always nice to see Bruce and Sam collaborate on a project, that's not related to Evil Dead. But
Mhm.
of course, you love to see them do an Evil Dead, project, whatever. But still, it was nice to see, Bruce in this environment again. And they brought some very creative, imagery in this movie, so it was very exciting. And of course, Elizabeth Olsen, just a talent right there.
Yeah, just dealing with everything after Vision died and everything that happened after WandaVision. So, that I kind of felt for her in that movie when I saw it.
Yeah, it because she's just going through so many emotions, and she's trying to get back something that really never really belonged to her.
Mhm.
It was just a crazy, roller coaster of emotions, and yeah, she just delivers it every single time.
Yeah, I mean it was great to see Patrick Stewart back as Xavier in that movie.
Yeah,
And
yeah. What was a nice touch was he's sitting in the actual Professor Xavier chair that was depicted in
Mhm.
the comics and also X-Men the animated series, and they had a little bit of the theme in there.
Yeah.
When he showed up, I was like, "Oh, this is just too cool."
Yeah. No, that was fun. And then the other one was all these fans wanted him in the movie. John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic.
Talk
Um,
about perfect casting right there.
right. That was pretty fun. You know,
Yeah,
he filled out the suit great. He performed really well, and he may not come back as Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four movie, but I guess Kevin Feige just wanted to put him in there as fans wanted him.
yeah,
Oh, I mean, if he doesn't come back in the reboot for the MCU, then it was a fun time overall.
yeah. What was also great was seeing Peggy Carter as Captain Carter. That was
Mhm.
she's always nice to see her, but still, it was kind of cool, to see her just in the imagery.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, a lot of good performances for that, and I'm excited about what's going to happen further into the multiverse. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Hmm. And
Um,
yeah, so
yes.
the next high one that I would put on there, obviously has to be Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Yeah,
That should be on there as well with all the three Spider-Man coming back. So that one has to be the high of my 2022 of, let's just say, Marvel movies. That's high on my list.
yeah. What was great about the movie was it did talk about the different Spider-Man's lives. For example, the Tobey Maguire one, you did see that, or you did hear that he and MJ did fix their relationship.
Hmm.
So that was nice, and all that. But what was so satisfying with the Andrew Garfield one was he gets a shot of redemption here because he failed to save Gwen Stacy, but he was not going to fail to
Right.
save MJ in this one, which it was very cathartic. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I thought. Yeah. I thought John Watts did that perfectly. Just try and have Andrew Garfield just have that feeling back of saving somebody.
yeah,
He couldn't save Gwen, so I mean, I guess he just did right by him and just have him redeem himself in that way.
yeah, absolutely. Up. It looks like we actually have a guest here.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yep, here we go. Everyone, please welcome back a very good friend, Andrew Feller. As soon as he turns on the camera.
Yeah, he's just having a sorry guys, he's just having a couple of technical difficulties here.
Hey,
Uh,
Feller, how you doing? And I don't know where he is.
sorry. Yeah, he's having a little problem here. Sorry guys, we're having some technical difficulties here.
Yeah, this is wow, he's growing a beard. Jeez.
Wow, look at
Yes.
wow.
Is this a New Year's resolution that we're not aware of?
No, I gotta shave soon.
Wow, dude, I gotta tell you, man, you look like you're living in the woods or something, man. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my God. You know, it's like one of the survival things. Oh man.
What have you been doing? Growing up in the woods or something? Look at you.
No, I gotta shave. I will.
Uh, I'm sorry, folks. We're not used to seeing him like this.
No, this is actually absolutely not the way that he has been presenting himself.
Yeah,
He has not looked like this all year.
yeah.
So Andrew actually wanted to come on here and explain his year in review of what he thought of all the different movies that he had this year, and he will list all of them for us. And then he will try and promote them. And as you know, like we mentioned in a few episodes ago, that he does a few he does reviews on his Facebook account and Instagram too. So you can check that out if you like. So yeah, he just wanted to come on and list all the movies that he thought. So Andrew, take it away.
Well, I always narrow it down to 10 movies of each year. This
Oh,
was a very strong year, but I have 10 movies that I really like, and then I want your guys' opinion after.
okay.
Yeah, sure. So go ahead. Floor is yours.
So 10, I chose Top Gun Maverick. Um, I really liked it. I thought it was a great sequel. I thought it was a great with Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer coming back. I thought it was much faster, much bigger than the first one, and that's hard to do because the first one was good, but the sequel was even better. So that would I definitely would take a look at. 9, I chose She Said. I thought it was a great movie about women's rights and sexual activity in the workplace. I thought Carrie Mulligan was great. Um, Basically, the movie's about women speaking out because Harvey Weinstein, who was the producer at the time, sexually harassed lots of women.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a very important movie to watch, and it was very good.
Right.
8, I chose. This was a toss up. I couldn't decide between Elvis or I Want to Dance with Someone. Um, I wanted to narrow down to one biopic, so I chose I Want to Dance with Somebody. I thought it was a great Whitney Houston biopic.
Mm,
Hearing her sing one last time
yeah.
before she died, unfortunately, was incredible. Her voice was mind blowing. I thought this was a wonderful biopic, and that you should definitely take a look at.
Mm-hmm.
The next one I chose was Avatar: The Way of the Water. Despite its flaws, which was long and the villain, I still think it's a great sci-fi film. You know,
I thought that would have been higher on your list.
Yeah, me too.
no.
Okay. All right.
I thought it was good despite its flaws. I just feel it's a good science fiction movie. I'm still invested in the franchise. So I think everyone should take a look at that. The
Mm,
next one I chose was The Feeblemans. Um, Spielberg just keeps doing it again
Mm,
and again. Great biopic about why he loved going to movies. Great biopic about him, why he chose to go to the movies, about what he fell in love with. Thought that was great. John Williams, he and him team up again. So hearing John Williams score in this movie was good. So definitely check this one out. Then the next one I chose was wait, where people name? Hold on, I wrote it down. Give me a minute.
You see, in a previous life, Andrew Fell was emotional. There was a motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then the next one I chose was Babylon. What a wild movie, crazy movie. Either Hollywood, you either sink or swim. By what it takes to be an actor. Basically, if you have a great movie, great. If not, your career could fail. I'm surprised it got bad reviews. I thought Damien Giselle did a great job, and Margot Robbie was great. So definitely check that one out.
Mhm.
Then the next one I chose was Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery. This franchise keeps getting better and better. This has the potential to be a great murder mystery franchise. Daniel Craig is perfect in this role. Um, I'm not gonna give anything away about this movie, but I think you need to watch it. The next one I chose was Everything Everywhere All at Once. I thought that was great film, crazy movie, great inspiration to The Matrix. Sci-fi is great, cast is great. Definitely look into that. Next one I chose was Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. What a great tribute to Chadwick Boseman. A great Marvel movie. One of the best I've seen in a long time. You can't not watch it without crying in the movie. Then the last one is this is a no-brainer. And it's my favorite movie of the year. I chose The Whale. I thought Brendan Fraser gave a performance of a lifetime. I thought I think this movie needs to be nominated. Very hard to watch though. It's the only movie that had an effect on me ever. I almost cried in the movie. Because while watching the movie, the reason why it had an effect on me was because it's so hard to watch him, um, you know, being overweight. So that night after I saw the movie, I had salmon, which I ordered, but not from a movie. So that's why I chose that for my number one movie of the year. But other than that, those are my 10 favorite movies this year.
Well, they're all good picks, I will admit.
Yeah. Those were actually pretty good movies. I thought Glass Onion. I didn't even think Glass Onion would be high on his list, to be honest.
No, neither did I. I thought it was gonna be like in the lower ones, but still,
Yeah.
um, Glass Onion was a very good movie, very good sequel, and they're already making the third one, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. Well, they're working on it. So
Yeah.
that was but other than that, I mean some of the movies I haven't seen that Andrew listed, but I heard that The Whale was actually really, really good. And got really great reviews, and from what I saw, I think Brendan Fraser's up for Best Actor. I think. I have to,
Yeah.
Oh,
I have to
not
double
for
check
the
that again.
Critics' Choice Awards, yes, not for Golden Globe, but that's a different story.
What can I tell you?
Yeah, but I'm excited. I really like this list. Took me a while to do it. I always pick the best of the best. Um, but definitely, if you haven't seen these movies, definitely watch them.
Yeah. Don't forget to check out The Whale and also The Fablemans. I had wanted to see that anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably check out The Whale too. Given the great reviews and stuff, so I'll probably check that out. Um, and I know you wanted to come on and also list some movies that you were looking forward to next year.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
that,
Next year has.
that you wanted to discuss as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, next year has a lot of great movies that I'm looking forward to seeing with you guys.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna name all of them because that's too long, but I would say my top movies that I'm definitely looking forward to is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is one of them.
Hmm.
I'm very happy that it comes out on my birthday, so we'll have to take a look at that.
Mhm.
Oppenheimer is another one. I always love Christopher Nolan, so can't wait for that. Mission Impossible is gonna be great. Tom Cruise, Fast X, Ant-Man, John Wick, Chapter 4, the Ghostbusters sequel, Aquaman, Flash. So there's a lot of great movies that I'm looking forward to see with you guys.
Well, those are good. Those are good choices.
Yeah, those are great. Looking forward to seeing them with you as well.
Yeah.
Also looking forward to all the reviews when we all go see it.
Oh
So
yeah.
Yeah,
so you guys should take a look at that as well when he posts all those reviews.
Mhm.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, so that's a great list. Before we let you go, there's do you have any New Year's resolutions you wanted to share with us or anything?
Uh,
If you could pick like one New Year's resolution, what would you think it would be?
Just one. Just one.
I think my New Year's resolution is gonna be gonna try to go to the gym more. Eat healthier. I mean, no, not that I already do, but I'm gonna try more of that.
Yeah.
You know, exercise a lot more than I normally do. Uh, Definitely gonna go to some bar and meet some girls.
He's got a goal here, folks. He's got a goal here.
Got a good goal. He's got a good goal.
He's got two good goals. Um, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. So those are good ones.
yeah.
Yeah. So again, check out his Instagram or Facebook for all of you out there. Um, Read them through.
Yep. I'll be posting
He,
on my Instagram later, and I'll promote this podcast. But before I leave tonight, um, I did want to say um two things.
Mhm.
uh-huh.
One is that for those who haven't seen yet, I am a full-time usher um over at Death of the Salesman.
Mhm.
Great show. You have 2 more weeks left to see it. Ends on the 15th. If you don't see it, that's okay. I'll be back there for my next show. Will will be Doll's House. Starring the great Jessica Chastain. Um, it's gonna be 90 minutes. Thank God.
You hate those 2.5 hour plays. You hate those?
I mean, this play is 3 hours.
Oh,
Uh,
Death of the Salesman's 3 hours.
Oh
Yikes.
wow.
so Doll's House is gonna be 90 minutes, no intermission. I get Doll's House a little heavy, but Jessica Chastain is great, and that will start previews February 13th, and it will go to June 4th. So if you could go see Death of the Salesman to the 15th, great. If not, catch me at Doll's House.
Sounds good.
All right. Just one more thing. I know when you were working at Death and the Salesman, just want to bring this up. You met Wendell Pierce.
Yes, great guy.
That's great. That's awesome. What was your experience like meeting him, or did you guys not talk that much?
But we talk. He's very humble guy.
Mm-hmm.
I never met the kind, and I never met so kind. He's one of the kindest persons I know. During Christmas, he gave everyone a present, which was incredible. And he always comes out and says, "Have a great show every night." You know, he really cares about you know the staff, and he really cares about other people, which shows. I'm definitely gonna miss working with him. I mean, I'm sure Jessica Chastain will be great, but I doubt that the kindness of this person has been blowing me away.
I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad you have these last 2 weeks to work on the show.
Yeah, it's been a great experience. Um, you know, been great. Great working there. I love this theater. You know, it's very beautiful theater.
Right. No, that's great. As most of you know, Wendell Pierce was on Suits, and he's been on Jack Ryan. Just finished the season 4, completed the last season, I believe, that they just finished filming.
Yeah.
So that's great. So,
He actually made a joke. I haven't watched Jack Ryan yet, but you know, I told him I was a big fan of it. So he said, "Have you watched Jack Ryan yet?" I said, "No, not yet." He said, "What's taking so long?"
Well, he's right. What is taking so long? Come on, man.
Come on,
I'm
man.
gonna get to her.
Come on, man. I already finished it. So come on. You got to get
I'll watch it. I'll watch it. Don't
Dude,
worry.
dude, we don't want to turn to old man when you watch it finally, okay? I'm already getting gray in my hair. That's what I'm saying.
I'll
Come on,
watch
man.
it. Don't worry.
You got to get with it.
Yes, yes.
All right. So yeah, so that's Andrew. Thank you for coming on and talking about, all your list of movies and what you want to see for upcoming
Yeah,
next
thank
year.
you for having me, guys.
I
Yeah.
did.
Check out Andrew's Instagram and Facebook when he posts out his review, and they're all great reviews. So just check it out when you can. Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks for coming
Yeah,
on.
thanks, guys. Yep. Hey, hang up here for you.
Sorry, guys. He's
He's such a character, but he's a brother, you know.
yeah. No, he's great. Yeah. So just check out his show. He's Usher, so just check that out when you can. I have to just throw this out here. I apologize that Spider-Man No Way Home was actually last year. I apologize for that, folks. Yeah, it was actually last year, so I gotta think the high one for me was Black Panther Wakanda Forever this year.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely, because a great tribute, as Sandra Fowler just pointed out, to Chadwick Boseman. A
mhm,
lot of great performances, very well told story, but then again, this is what Marvel is capable of.
yeah. Um so yeah, so there was and so we'll go into the lows. There is one low that I wanted to talk about, was which I didn't think they should have done it, but they did anyway. Which was Matrix Resurrections.
Oh
Um,
God. Oh,
that's a low on my list. They never should have done it. Um, I mean, I get it. I get why the director wanted to do it, but after the third movie, they should have just left it alone.
I don't think the fourth movie made sense.
Yeah.
It was pretty much rehashing the first movie,
Hmm.
just from a different perspective. I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell I just watch?
I know. I
It was
know.
like it was my same reaction when I watched The Irishman by Martin Scorsese. And I know I've talked about this with you for a couple times over the past years, but I was like, I can't get these hours back. I can't get this time back. It was my same reaction to Matrix Resurrections.
Yeah. I mean, they pretty much put. Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of you may have already saw it already. Um, Obviously, Agent Smith did not come back to this movie. The actor, I should say, um, which I think would have made the movie a little bit better, but unfortunately, he did not. Um, and also, Lawrence Fishburne didn't come back either, so
Uh,
a little bit depressing as well. So
so many problems. So many problems. Yeah. So that was one. The film that didn't quite work for me, this past year, and I'm sorry to say this, was Thor: Love and Thunder. And I'll
yeah.
say I'll say this why. I'll say why. I understand the focus was the love story. Nothing wrong with that. The villain was good. The
Hmm.
main plot, however, was a little weak.
Hmm.
I felt that it should have been much stronger. There should have been equal focus on both stories.
Hmm.
I think the problem was it could have gone to a longer movie because it was a much shorter Thor movie, if you recall.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was like less than 2 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Um, but still, I enjoy the director. He's a very good director, very
Mhm.
talented. I just felt the story needed to be big. It should have worked better. Just the main plot. Other than that, I enjoyed it. For the humor and all that. But still, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be another Thor movie coming out eventually.
Mhm.
But if they do, I think they should get the first director from the first movie to come back.
Kenneth Branagh. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I mean, as he did great in the first one. The second one was a little, as we all know, it wasn't really that great. It was kind of the weaker ones out of the trilogy.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
but well, out of the fourth, I'm sorry, for franchise, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was kind of the weaker one. But I mean, they could have done it like they did with Ragnarok, like the last movie. Ragnarok was really good.
Yes. But it was what it was, and still, it was an enjoyable movie. I just think the story should have been could have been better. Yeah, I have to say there weren't a lot of lows in the movie wise.
Yeah, I would agree. There hasn't really been that many lows that I could think of. The only one I thought of was Matrix. That was only really a low one that I thought. Thor, like you said, wasn't really a low for me. I mean, it was kind of in the middle, but
Yeah,
I can see why it was low. But
yeah. I will say that the Marvel Universe really this section of it isn't really that big disappointment as many people think it is.
mhm.
We're still, getting there. We're still finding our footing.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Also for this year, talk a little bit about baseball, what happened this year. Um, as a lot of you baseball fans know, um, both the Yankees and Mets obviously made it to the playoffs last year. Mets kind of fell short. So did the Yankees. Um, so Yankees at the beginning of the year went on really well. Was projected to finish about 110, 112, 13 wins, something like that.
Yeah.
And it came up short, but they, like I said, in the last episode and all the other episodes that I've talked about, they need to get better hitting, and they just need to get better in the playoffs. But I'm just looking forward to next year. Obviously, this was a great start last year for both the Mets and the Yankees, getting to the playoffs. So we'll see what happens next year. Hopefully, with this team that both Mets and Yankees have come up with, hopefully the Yankees make more moves, and probably the Mets aren't done yet. As our last episode went in, there was something going on with Carlos Correa. It has not been officially announced yet because there's something going on with his physical and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
once that happens, or once that gets official, I'm sure all of you will be on the lookout for that. But when we put out the episode, we thought it was going to be official, but we'd have to wait and see for Correa's decision. But hopefully next year everything will go right with both New York teams, and who knows, maybe we'll get a Subway Series, World Series next year. So we'll see.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Uh, just for just a quick thing here. What we're expecting for the movies coming up. We
Mhm.
definitely have Ant-Man and the Wasp 3,
Mhm.
Quantumania. Um, what's interesting about this movie is it's supposed to be Avengers type movie. You get the heroes, the tiniest heroes going against one of the biggest villains in the Marvel universe. So
Right.
that's to look forward to. Andrew Fell mentioned this as well. Indiana Jones 5. Looking forward to that just to see Harrison Ford one final time as Indiana Jones, hearing John Williams' fantastic scores. Looking forward to that. And of course, also in June, we actually have two movies in there, aside from Indiana Jones. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Mhm.
This will be the final time that James Gunn will be behind the director's chair, and the final time that we'll see a lot of the Guardians that we know and love.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping they come back in future movies, but if this is the last time we see them, it's been a great run for them. I mean,
Yeah.
each and every one of them has performed really well in their roles. I mean, you couldn't have thought of a better cast for the Guardians, really.
It was perfect because if you
Mhm.
had read the comics like I have, they nailed it right down to a T. They nailed it right down to a
Mhm.
T. So I'm very sad that if this is gonna be the last time we see them. I'm very sad. But you know, it was a great run.
I mean, it's also going to be the last time you see Indiana Jones too in this movie, also. So
Yeah. I hope they don't kill him off like they did with Han Solo. I really don't want that to happen
I
because
hope so.
if it does, I'm just gonna just walk the hell out of the theater. I am not kidding.
He will do that too. So
Yes, I've already threatened that with Fast 10. I've already threatened that. So I'm going to keep my promise, folks. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to tape myself walking out of the theater.
he's literally said if any Toretto's come back in the movie, he's walking out of the theater.
Or if they go underwater, because they went into space the last one. What the hell was that about?
Or if they go into or if they go underwater, yes.
Yeah. And one last movie that's obviously had some controversy for a variety of reasons. It's Warner Brothers' The Flash.
Yeah. Again, we talked about this last time. We don't know what's going to happen after this movie. We just got to enjoy it. Enjoy seeing Michael Keaton back as
Yeah,
Batman.
yeah,
So hopefully it's not the last time we see Michael Keaton as Batman. But if it is, I mean, it's it'll just be great to see him don the bat suit again. But
yeah,
again, I don't know what's gonna happen after this movie. So
yeah. But this will be the actual final time that we see Ben Affleck as Batman.
right, yes, that is true.
Yeah, so I'm sad about that, but the movie we don't know what's going to happen after that. But the DC universe, as we all know it from when Zack Snyder started, pretty much is going to be over after this. So enjoy what you can from these films. But yeah, that is our hope for 2023.
Yeah, just again, if you liked our episodes this year, just keep viewing it. Leave it in the comments. Say maybe you can discuss which episode you like the best. We'll, you
Yeah.
know, yeah, we'll
Also,
talk about it next year and
yeah.
go ahead.
Also, if you feel like there's a topic that we want us to talk about, entertainment wise or sports wise, please write comment on our posts and we'll cover it.
Yes, just please just leave it in there. We'll, if you can, if there's anything you want us to talk about, great, and we'll discuss it. We promise you that. And we'll go through
Okay, and continue to like and share.
it. Yeah, subscribe. We need all the subscribers we can get.
Yeah. Well, I'm Ian Miller,
I'm Andrew Smith.
and this has been Media Talk with Don Smith. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, guys. See you next year.
If you'd like to follow us on YouTube, just hit that like button and subscribe.